This is Jonathan St. James, and you're listening to The Truth is Still Straight podcast.
All right, folks. Once again, it is The Truth is Still Straight. And as you can see, I have here with me Jim, Big Jim, not to be confused with gymnasium, Planet Fitness Jim, Hacksaw Jim Duggins. What's going on, Jim? How's everything?
It's going well. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. Just out here, just having a good time, enjoying life, starting up these reaction videos. We missed you for the last couple ones, but here you are today. We're about to rip and run.
Yep.
All right, folks. We're gonna get into this reaction. No cap. We're gonna get into it right away.
I smell cap.
Oh, yeah, you do? No, you don't. All right. All right, I'm about to start this video. The name of this reaction is going to be, why do you tell women like me that we don't deserve marriage? And that is courtesy of Kevin Samuels. So let's play that. Oh, hold on a second here. Let me clear it over. All right, here we go, bro.
I just kind of want to tap in and get a little bit of better understanding on what you're saying when you're saying about where we are today and what are our plans to prepare for winter is coming, and just kind of give you a background of what I have going on and to figure out, am I on the right path to prepare for the winter that's coming.
What do you want as an outcome for your life regarding socially, a man?
I want a partnership that we can.
Does that mean a husband?
Yes, a husband. Okay. That's definitely
what I'm gonna need you ladies to start doing is stop calling. I'm gonna need you to stop diminishing marriage into partnerships and calling it marriage. You go into partnership with businesses. You start calling. I'm just saying, not to you, but I think we diminish these titles so much. Just like when I see people calling themselves CEOs of a sole proprietorship. You're not a goddamn CEO.
Yes, just for informational purposes and fair use. Yes, if you are a proprietor, you're not a CEO. Just to let you know that you got to have a structure to be a CEO. For you people who say I'm a business owner, you definitely are an entrepreneur, but you are not a CEO. So stop putting that on your business cards. All right, let's go.
Well, I was thinking that marriage was a partnership. I mean, I get understanding when you say,
but that's the problem. It's not okay.
Ooh, she lost already.
So when you're married, do you mind if he calls you his old lady, his chick?
No, not once we get to the point of marriage.
Why? You want to be called a wife?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So that title matters. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you do understand the difference.
I do.
Thanks. That's all I'm trying to say. But you want to be married. That's all I'm trying to get. You see, the fact that we got to do that. Let me just say this: Black people, we need to perform in formality and respect. We are far too informal with each other.
Right.
So you want a marriage and a husband. What else would you like?
In terms of out of the marriage?
Well,
I'm just trying to
Wait, hold on a second. I can see he's gonna get very annoyed with her. Yeah. She's it's weird how a lot of these women call Kevin and they don't know what they want to say. It's weird. He's asking you a question that you called about. You're the one calling about having a husband and all of these things, but you have no idea how to respond. It makes no sense. Clearly you're not ready for a man because she belongs to the streets. Yeah, basically.
she, you said she's called looking for guidance and stuff like that, but you have to have a foundation that starts somewhere. He can't just give you all the answers. You have to have something for him to work with.
Yeah.
It's
But
not how. That's not how advice works.
Yeah,
It's
definitely. So let's see what else happens after this, because he's clearly going to get upset with her very soon.
Big picture. What do you want? Because mostly, okay, I just want to understand what the outcome is. A marriage? Do you want children?
Yes, I actually have 3, Kevin.
How many fathers?
2.
She belongs to the streets.
Have you been married before?
No, sir.
Oh, hell no.
Have you married any of the fathers of your children?
Well, I have a 20-year-old and I have an 18-year-old.
Why have you chosen not to marry the father?
Did she happen to say how old she was? Or maybe it's on a full video, but sheesh. A 20 and an 18-year-old.
And she wants a man to come and ask. She's already made family. What?
So that means she's got to be at least 30. She's got to be in her late 30s, close about 40 at least.
Yeah, 30. I think give it 37 or 40. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's got to be close to 40 in her late 30s. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, that's a bad deal right there. And I'm gonna come back and explain to you why it's a bad deal in a moment. But Lord have mercy with these 18 and 20, and you looking for a husband at that point in time. Yeah. You better go to Simpville.
Well, we were close to marriage with my first child, my first 2 kids' fathers.
What does that mean? What does close to marriage mean?
We were entertaining the idea. We were both open to it.
No. You already had children.
We had children together.
Did he want to marry you?
Yes.
Hold on.
My detector test determined that was a lie. My detector test determined that was a lie.
So I don't see. Now it's about to get hard. I hate it when you ladies come in and do this bullshit. You already had 2 human beings.
Yeah.
And you talk about entertaining marriage. You should have entertained marriage before you entertained motherhood.
Right. Well, we're learning. Can I grow? Can I learn?
You're learning.
Well, unfortunately, yes, but it may be too late. Because if you're still talking about marriage as a partnership, and at 37 years old, you're still
37. Okay. Like I would expect it was good, right? I'm pretty much on point with that age.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, wow. So 20. So you was about 16, 17 around when you had that first child, and then about 19, close to 20 when you had the second one. Let me let her talk, because I haven't listened to this total all the way through. So let me hear what else she's saying.
I entertain marriage instead of saying I want a husband and I want to be a husband, I want to be a wife, I want additional kids, and I have 3 children by 2 different men, and I blew those relationships because I wasn't woman enough to walk down the aisle. That's what men really want to hear from y'all. Other than this bullshit y'all come through.
And you know what, Kevin? I really saw myself so much in when you stated that our culture of women are scared, operating in fear. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what has been my problem, because marriage has not been a hard thing for me.
How old is your youngest child?
Thank you.
8.
What?
Why did you? Okay, so you were almost 30 when you had that child. Why didn't you marry his father?
That was more so of something that just kind of moved fast. I don't think
you know good and damn well I'm not going to accept that.
I told you about to rip in it.
Why would you even come at me with it move fast? What did I ask?
Why didn't we get married?
Right.
I wasn't interested in a marriage with him, Kevin.
Why were you interested in having this baby?
She's looking dead at me, Kevin.
Oh, okay.
Yo, She took man to answer that question, bro.
So here's the thing. It's funny. So this is what I'm gonna say. The problem that I'm having with this so far is you are 37 years old, have 3 kids. You put some thought into getting married, but you don't know how to answer the questions that he has for you. They should be real simple at this point. You should know why you want what you want, and you should know why you did what you did. But clearly, the one thing that Kevin always criticizes many of these women who call is the accountability. And she's offered no accountability for why she ended up in the position that she ended up in. Oh, we move fast, but being accountable for yourself is not saying you move fast. Why did you move fast? I mean, come on, you don't have an answer for that question. It's ridiculous.
She's definitely not going to do this.
No, I'm talking to you. You were not interested in marrying him, but why'd you have his baby?
Because it happened.
It didn't happen, ma'am. You were 30 years old having unprotected sex. You already had 2 children. You, more than any other woman on the planet, knows the outcome.
Right.
Come on, am I being this dip hard because you talking about you want a husband? No, you're looking for a stepfather.
Mm-hmm.
Who will marry you will be a stepfather. And a woman like you who can't take accountability.
I haven't not taken accountability.
No, you haven't in this conversation. You just said it just happened.
Right.
You just said it just happened. Okay, ma'am. Maybe that. Okay, maybe to you that's taking accountability.
Okay, what could I have said that made it sound like accountability?
Oh,
I was still more willing to be a mother. Right. So I was having unprotected sex with him.
Why is she looking for the answer for Kevin for that? That's not. Why are you looking for the answer?
Right, that should show you that she's not accountable.
Yo, you want to take a test and you want the answer to the test at the same time, like, lady.
That is crazy. Let me tell you.
What is your problem?
That is crazy because.
How are you asking him?
Yeah, that's nuts. That's really nuts. She has a lot. She's definitely not ready for marriage. I mean, she wants to be married, but definitely not ready. Definitely not ready. Not based on this conversation. And she's gonna find somebody gonna give a kid number 4, and she's gonna be talking about this down the road.
Man who's not a husband.
Okay. Well, I apologize for not working.
I'm just saying that's like the truth. Why was he good? Okay, but my thing is, why have unprotected sex with a man like that? If you don't have sex with him, have sex with him. But why reproduce with him?
Because if it happens, what am I?
It didn't just happen.
Oh, the deception.
I got
the betrayal, man. You just
said. And I made the decision, like you just said, to go ahead and be a mother to somebody that I knew was not a potential husband, and I made a mistake. So we are here today at 37.
Oh, he's gonna cut that out.
And I'm trusting.
He's gonna cut that out.
Expertise to listen and learn.
Man, it didn't just happen.
Right. Not the third time.
It didn't just happen. You are a mother of 2 children.
3. That's the problem.
Before you got pregnant with this child, you were in a sexual relationship with a man who was not of the caliber of man you would become a wife for. True or false? True or false?
True.
Then you choosing to have unprotected sex with that man did not just happen. That was a choice. Every time you speak, every time whatever position you guys chose, unprotected sex. How can so many other women on the planet choose to have sex with some of the worst of the worst men and not walk away with a baby? Because they choose to get contraception. They choose to not have babies with men. 33 forms of birth control available to 30-year-old women. It did not just happen. And any man that you will be talking about, you want to learn from, he's listening to this, and I would say, brother, What are you trying to say to this man? It'd be like, you're not taking any accountability. It just happened. It just happened.
She looks very emotional. I don't know if you can see that in her face. Like she looks like it's touching the heart, what he's saying to her. And I almost kind of feel sad for her. What do you think? You think, I mean, if you can look at her reaction to it, do you feel like it's hard for her to hear?
I think it is hard for her to hear him. I think that how can I put this? The explanation that he's giving to her is straightforward, but it's the process of her processing that information that she's receiving. So it took from all that what she this is the problem. When they approach him like they're talking to their friends. That's not the way to approach that.
Right.
Approach him as if you are looking for a makeover, a redo-over, or something like, the old dating sites have the questionnaires when he used to do like what he does with the dating and with the hooking up with people is like filling out that extensive questionnaire about how you are. I think he approaches it from that point, like if you are coming into his like circle, and this is the type of questions that he will ask you. And it's those type of questions that people are not prepared for because it's an extensive interview. It's not a job per se, but it's like interviewing some of these women sometimes if they are single and looking to be paired up with another person or quote unquote high value man like they are. So like we said that you want to be married and all that other stuff. Like he asks those questions, then he asks those follow-up questions like it's him doing all that stuff for her to get into a marriage. And then that's what they have to approach. You have to see it as. You can't just see it as you talking to a friend. Well, not as a friend, say, but to your homies. Like you just say it just happened and they just willingly accept that. No, that's not what these type of questionings that he's doing are. And when you are challenged or confronted and someone stands firm on what they're asking you, then you have to, give a type of answer that forces you to rethink on the fly at that moment on what you're going to say. Yeah. And some having a hard time of doing that, of rethinking on the fly of what they should say, of what the answer is. But you cannot go into these things with him telling you what you should have done, or that type of man said, what should I say? No, that's not what he's here for. He's not here to give you the answer.
All right, let's see what else happens here. No, you're definitely right on that.
Well, maybe I didn't word that correctly, but I have no problem with taking accountability.
Okay. All right, let's move forward.
So I apologize for not.
Let's move forward. Let's move forward.
You can tell he's annoyed.
Let's move forward. How about this then? How about this? Why do you want to get married now?
Because I feel like that's something that I deserve to experience. That's something I feel like I have value to bring to our Black men in the community. I feel like I have a lot to offer.
Wait. So she says she deserves. Who do you deserve that? I'm sorry. The way that she said it, I don't know if we deserve any. I mean, I want to be happy. I don't know if I can say I deserve to be happy. I think if you're in a relationship, you deserve for that person to contribute to your happiness, but you're with no one. It's one thing to say I'm engaged or something like that, but you're with no one. You're single. So when you're single and alone, the universe doesn't owe you anything. Because if that's the case, I deserve to be a millionaire right now, and I'm not a millionaire. So, lady, the world owes you nothing. I wish everybody happiness, but you don't deserve happiness. I mean, if you're lucky, you get it. Other than that, you gotta earn the right to be happy, and happiness starts within yourself. And then it is supplemented by the existence of other people, or complemented. Where we kind of, I don't know. I keep forgetting.
Compliment, because you have to outwardly give it. So yes.
All right. So This is gonna be tough here. I feel it already.
Despite the mistakes that I had made, and that is why I am.
Okay, I can't. Mistakes. The mistakes that you made. What mistakes did you make? You continuously made the mistake. So how do you know? You got 3 kids, 18, 20, and 20, 18, and 8, 37. Those are choices. Those are not mistakes. They're wrong choices. But a mistake to me is like you put sugar instead of salt. That wasn't an intended consequence, intended action, I should say. And then you messed up. So, but you had 3 kids, never got married, had a kid without being married. You had the first kid, you didn't get married.
You have 2 baby. She has 2 baby fathers.
Right.
That's the real telling part. You have 2. So yeah, you could make a mistake with the guy, with the first guy, but you made the same one with a second guy.
Yeah, but rewind that, because you had a child and then had another child. So the point is, you didn't make a mistake because you chose not to be married. So when you first had the child, you were like, I want to be married. He would have said no, and then you wouldn't have think about it. That was a 2-year difference. So from first child to second child, you didn't get married, but you had a second child. And if you would have just stepped up and said, I don't want to have kids without being married, you would have never had the second child. Because once you decided you had the first kid and you said, I want marriage for me, and you would have not went to got that wedding, out the door, peace out. So really you're now saying a mistake, you're not being accountable. You just have poor judgment. The poor judgment and mistake is not the same thing. I think there's pretty much enough tools out here that we have in terms of choosing a mate. Come on, even back then.
Here, willing to have this conversation with you, because a lot of times, some of the things that I have been through, you mark us out for that. And I don't feel like that is fair or true.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What up?
One of the things that I mark you out for,
like in general.
I don't mark you out for anything.
Right.
Well, a lot of times you say,
no, ma'am. I'm talking. No.
37.
No, ma'am. Look. I don't mark you out for anything.
Right.
I just now talk to you. I don't know you.
That's right. You're not.
But generally speaking,
that's not generally. You're not.
I put myself in a category with women in general that have the same thing, where they have mistakes that they have made, taking accountability for not.
But the thing is,
way.
Okay, ma'am. The thing is, you say you've taken accountability, okay? And maybe this is the most accountability you've ever taken, but this is not accountability.
Right.
You're saying that it just happened. That is not accountability.
No, you chose it.
That is not accountability, man.
What?
Ma'am, if your child came home with if your child came home with an F in a subject and told you it just happened. But I'm trying to get you to understand. Hold on.
That wouldn't fly.
Right, it wouldn't fly.
You're right.
Okay, so
he's on fire.
Absolutely not.
I agree.
Hold on just a second.
He's having some difficulties here, so I think he's gonna do something. But it's just ridiculous, her response. I mean,
just a second.
I think she's.
Yeah.
She's sincere in her feeling, but she's just wrong and mistaken.
Right. She is one of the most sincere people.
I'm trying to get ladies like you to understand that when you're saying you're taking accountability, it doesn't seem like accountability to us.
Correct.
It sounds like, you're still blaming men or not necessarily blaming men, but it's like, hold on, guys, we're having a little technical.
Yeah, see.
Do you feel like
Your audio's going in and out.
You didn't marry your other child's father, so
Yeah, you're good. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I hear you good now.
Yeah, to me, she acts like she's a victim of circumstance.
Yeah, I think you know what it is. People, accountability is very difficult to have because it's basically you having to say that you're the villain in your own movie.
Yes.
And that's very hard for people to do. Anyone, I mean, even myself included, it's very hard to say, I messed up. I did the wrong thing. I made bad choices. I'm at fault. Most people cannot do that. I mean, I can do that now, but most people cannot do that. So it's clear that she's not at the point where she can really say, I'm a poor judge at making decisions. I make bad decisions. I make poor choices. I choose the wrong kind of people. It's very hard for her to say. She put it on everyone but herself. She made a mistake. Her bad choices were mistakes.
Yes.
You know, you let some guy shoot your club up, you know, get you pregnant, put mayonnaise in your pita bread, and you produce some falafels, but that's just a mistake. It's just a mistake. Yeah. It's just incredible. I just don't get how people think. And I guess maybe it's just what mistake means to somebody, you know, but you got to understand most mistakes are not intentional. Most mistakes are something that you didn't set out to happen. So you made a mistake. And I think that's what it is how do people define what a mistake is? But if you choose to, maybe I'll say the first time I give it to you a mistake, but second time, then the third time, it's hard for me to say you made a mistake when you did it 2 times after. 3 mistakes? Come on. The first time I could give you.
Everybody gives you the first time. Right, no, you're right. Everybody gives you.
I just can't pile on mistakes. No, because my man Sahuddin once said, you're either a victim or a volunteer. And the first time without your knowledge, maybe you're a victim in terms of you didn't know. Maybe you found out you were pregnant after a while and didn't want to have an abortion. So I'll give you the respect of that. But second and third time, what's your excuse? Anyway, hopefully he's cleared up this.
You said you want to get married because you feel like it's something you deserve. Right?
Right. And whoever I marry, I feel like that's something.
Well, what do you mean? What men don't understand is how are you deserving of what like it's something you deserve. What is that? I don't understand what that means.
You don't feel like you deserve marriage?
I'm talking to you, man. I want you to explain what it means when you say you deserve marriage.
Deflecting.
At almost 40 years old with 3 children.
I don't think she thinks that she really
deserves it. Why do you deserve marriage?
Exactly. So that goes back to what you just said. What I was just explaining to you. You put women in a category like me, myself, as if we don't deserve marriage. Because
whoa. You don't deserve marriage? You haven't prioritized marriage.
Oh, that's just what didn't I just say that?
Yes.
I just said that.
Yes.
You did not prioritize marriage.
He doesn't. That's what the category is. Not that you don't deserve it.
Right. So basically you're saying that, I hate using that word basically, but you're saying that, okay, you bought this car that you had intended to sell this car, right? That was your intent. You drive it around, let everybody drive it. You mess up your muffler, you mess up your side mirror, you mess up the headlight, you mess up the transmission, and now you say, here, I'm ready to sell the car, and you want to sell the car at the same price that you bought it. Who wants that? So the reality that he's trying to tell a lot of these ladies is that not that you can't find someone, get married, maybe even a high value guy, but it's going to be extremely hard at that point in life. And most likely, the choices you're going to have at that age are not going to be your favorite choices. It's not going to be Haagen-Dazs or Breyers ice cream. It's going to be some dollar discount store ice cream that is not even made with real sugar or real
vanilla.
ingredients. Right. It's going to be some off-brand, poor quality that has a flavor of vanilla ice cream, but ain't really vanilla ice cream.
You haven't prioritized marriage.
And I don't feel like that's fair.
You haven't prioritized marriage.
So why would I not deserve marriage?
You haven't prioritized marriage.
Of those situations, my children.
Oh, look at his stream deck.
Insane.
At 37.
This woman is insane.
Does that?
Yeah, she's still talking. That's why are you still talking, man? Like that kills me.
Counts you out.
Oh, he definitely
certainly does.
Yeah,
count a man out.
We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you.
We're
not talking about a man. We're not talking about a man. We're talking about. We're not talking about a man. No. We're not talking about a man. We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you. We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you.
Drop one of Clues bombs.
We're not talking about a man. We're talking about you. Star, you have 10 seconds to get your shit together.
Got it together, Kevin.
Good. Why do you think you deserve marriage at 37 with 3 kids and you didn't require marriage to have 3 kids?
Why would I not deserve a marriage?
No. See, that's not how you answer.
No. Oh my, I hate that. Can you pause that, please?
You don't answer the question with the question.
Why do women do that?
I don't know.
That's very annoying and it's very disrespectful because you have not give any explanations on even why not. So he's trying to tell you why. He's asking you why, and you deflecting it back to him like he's supposed to answer that for you. No. Answer the question. Why do you think you deserve it? There's no why not. You don't want to come in looking for marriage. You say you deserve it. Why?
Exactly.
You need to answer that. All right, Paul, go continue on.
All right.
You deserve marriage at 37 with 3 kids from 2 dudes, and you didn't require marriage to make 1, 2, or 3 children. Why would you deserve it?
Facts.
Because regardless of the mistakes I've made, I have grown. And I still feel like I deserve a chance. Regardless. I wasn't saying that.
You haven't said why you said why you want it. Why do you deserve it?
Because I have a lot to offer, Kevin. Just because I made a mistake.
Then tell us. You said you deserve. Then you start trying to put a bunch of bullshit on me. I'm going to challenge your bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you deserve it?
Oh, hell no.
I deserve it because I feel like I have a lot of value. I feel like I am a good woman that a black man should and could have in his life.
She belongs to the streets.
Then why didn't you? How long have you felt this way? How long have you felt this way?
Since yesterday.
Maybe since I was about 30.
What?
Pause.
What? Wait a minute. Since 30 years old, so she had this third kid. Wow.
Yeah, after she had her third kid, realized shit it's not working.
Wow.
Yes.
But here's the thing. Why did it take you so long to get to this point where you calling Kevin? See, this is my issue. And this is why I always talk about on this podcast about women not knowing how to socialize with men and engage men to move in the direction of a relationship. Let me tell you how easy it is for women to meet men. It's very simple. All you got to do is just go up and have a conversation. So why are you sitting up here and talking about you deserve this, deserve that? What do you think is going to happen? You're going to find a magic lamp and a genie's going to come out and grant you a wish? You got to do something to get something. Just, you know what? Like Steve Harvey said.
Oh, hell no.
Mm-hmm. All right, woman, Star. Let's listen.
4:30, I don't think I was interested in marriage, Kevin. Like I definitely consider
what I said.
Mm-hmm. But
how old is your youngest child?
8.
Sir?
How old is your youngest child?
She's 8.
So before 30, you didn't deserve
I
any.
wasn't interested in it.
All right, but see, ma'am, you got to understand something. What you did before 30 matters.
Facts.
Right.
Why does a woman who loves her children and raises, why does a mother and father who love their children, who raise a productive, competitive, successful black man, a stable, functioning son, why does he deserve to become your husband, stepfather to 3 children from 2 dudes, and the last one you didn't even want to marry? Why does that man have to take that? Instead
Why
of going
does
to get,
that man
oh
have
yes,
to
listen,
even
oh yeah,
consider?
instead, no, see,
What?
that's what not, you're not gonna fucking do that.
Oh.
Oh, dang.
So you gonna let
You're
me
not
know when
going
I
to
get
do
a chance to
that.
answer?
You're not going to do that. You're going to answer the question the way I formulate it, or it's going to be a very bad
I
day.
knew this
I
was gonna
get
go
really
wrong.
pissed off
Damn,
when you
son.
ladies try to
You
answer
trying to regulate like Warren G.
because you're trying to be smart and snarky. Then I
Okay,
snap.
so maybe. Okay, let me reword it then, Kevin. I apologize.
But that's not even proper, ma'am. You don't. If you're okay, let's back down. Do you have a job?
Yes,
What do you do for a living?
I provide home care service. I have my own home care business. I'm a personal trainer,
Personal
and I'm
trainer.
also getting ready to graduate nursing school.
So where?
Okay, wait a minute, girl. I mean, your body don't look like a mess, but from the part that I'm seeing, I wouldn't advertise personal trainer because the only person that you may get an opportunity to say you're a personal trainer to is that's about it. Because I see plenty of women that look just like that. Man, I don't know if your tummy flat or not, but them arms ain't personal trainer arms, and those shoulders not personal trainer shoulders. I'm just sorry to say. Not to say that I'm a vision of muscles here, but at some point I did work out and go to the gym, and I'm very, very, very good friends with some real personal trainers that don't look like that at all, and both male and female. And you should not embarrass yourself by calling yourself a personal trainer. I'm sorry.
In the world, in business, when someone in a position of authority or position of power, they ask you to do something or ask you a question, and you turn around and ask them a question to respond to the question. You don't. You do that with black men.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
You deserve shit.
Damn.
Yeah, you deserve exactly what you got. Nothing.
Dang. Yo, go
I'm
on,
being like that because I'm sitting here and listen to you talk about what you deserve.
You haven't even.
Ma'am, I've put you on so many different times, and I've said, and I'm sitting here advocating for men,
And we was
and I'm sitting here trying to
the first
understand.
time.
I'm trying to understand why. Okay, I got it.
Because we was delayed the
I
first time.
That was a delay right there. Delayed. She, again, not accountable still. Again, she's lacking accountability. See, this gonna be a circular argument because you not taking accountability for your actions, blaming it on not being ready. But you gotta see the magnitude of the consequences of your actions of having 3 kids, saying you weren't ready to be married, and now all these years later not being married because who wants to buy a used Mercedes at new Mercedes prices when the Mercedes is not in tip-top condition? Clearly you got all these tattoos, so you're gonna have to meet a man that likes tattoos.
She do?
Yeah. You
Okay,
don't see the tattoos?
I'm
look
my blind
look at
self,
on her shoulder there. You
right there, right?
Yeah.
Top,
her shoulder. She has one on her chest, and who knows wherever else she has. Then she got something really messed up with her hair. Clearly, she don't got good hair action. Then you can tell she has extensions or weave because she got the little Pepe Le Pew little thing on the side of her head on the left side, our right side. Something going on with her lip. you know, it looks like she don't put a gloss or whatever chapstick on it, so it's all cut up. I mean, you're average looking lady. You know, like I said, I'm not trying to sit up here and pretend to be Morris Chestnut or Shamar Moore or Trey Songz or whoever people find is attractive, but at least I know what I look like. You know, I'm not sitting up here and saying I deserve a high value this or that or Halle Berry or Beyonce type or Ciara or whoever. You know, got to work for what you want. And that's what she's missing here. And so far, I heard no effort. I heard what she deserves and who she is, but I heard her say of no effort to disclose why she should get these things.
Right. And he's giving the aspect of
their son.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I say he's giving her the aspect of what men are thinking. And that's the problem. They're not taking into account what men are thinking. They're taking into account of what they're thinking, what they're offered. It's so one-sided. It's like, you know, the man should be attractive to what she's thinking. And we have our own thought process. And he's trying to educate these women on the thought process of men, wrong or right. He is trying to give them the thought process of men.
Did you say thought process?
That's well, they thought some of my thoughts, but you know, the thought process, and that's just basically what he's saying. You know, it's like, okay, you're gonna meet this man. This is how his thought process is gonna be. This is just not questions I'm asking as well. These are questions that are going through most men's mind when you meet them. Okay, they're not gonna outwardly say it. They're not gonna, but be prepared. You know, like we say, he is an interest on it, but it seems like, you know, he's coaching. And then that's what they don't understand. They just think it's there to be, he's there to denigrate them and to embarrass them and to stuff like that. And it's not like that at all. But, you know, they just think, you know, it shows how they, it's that they just think that men are just so visual and stuff like that, that, you know, they'll just accept anything. And that's not true.
Well, this is the guy she gonna be meeting. She'll get takered by the time she find him.
She'll get takered.
End up dealing with you. Why someone would deserve you as a daughter-in-law?
Because I'm an asset. I'm not allowed.
How? You're not an asset. You have 3 children.
Got personal trainer.
Ain't nothing about this as an asset.
Kids outside of match are not.
This is more that I am a queen because I found Jesus after I had 3 kids.
Oh my God.
It doesn't matter. It matters.
That's that Tyler Perry.
You have a choice. It matters. I had sex with a man that I wouldn't even consider making. I wouldn't want to marry him, but it was good enough for the
she's
sex.
She's muted. Look. I don't know if you can see the little red thing on the side.
Yeah, I see it.
Stepfather to that.
She muted.
Black women, this is what I need you to understand. This is what they think your sons deserve.
Thank you. He's right.
This is what they think your sons deserve. Leftovers.
Yo, son,
you have not heard this woman take any accountability.
Nope.
The least bit of humility.
Nope. And
think about it. She's probably on her best behavior on this.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine what happens when she feels like she's your equal?
Definitely.
Women don't like playing their hand, especially on this type of format.
That's it.
They didn't play their hand. She's still muted?
She's still muted.
This is what they think you deserve, black man.
Psych.
I'm going to go do what I want to. And because I say, well, I deserve better now. I've got it together now.
She getting lectured right there. This is funny. Let me tell you, it's so funny because she needs to do this and transform that booty because she is out of order. And she been saying something, but The Rock says
it doesn't matter what you think.
That's exactly what it is. That's the perfect bite. That's exactly what it is. It doesn't matter what you think.
I don't know. There's some minutes left, but I don't know if he lets us say anything. Let's see what else, because it's almost done. So let's see what happens now.
I love when he slaps them, yo. I love it.
That's what you deserve. Buy a dog.
Die
Die
alone.
alone. Because as long as I am here, I am going to stand 10 toes down and advocate
I love
for
that.
men. Men have been told we have to put up with this and tolerate this and cower to this.
Mm-hmm.
And not once do you hear women like her even come in saying, I deserve. What do you bring? I'm an asset. I'm a this. I'm a that. How? Because I found Jesus and I feel like I'm deserving now. Okay, great. In what ways?
Message.
Well, you tell me what ways.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. You making that argument, not him.
Black man, you deserve better.
Facts.
Amen, Kevin.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And I will continue to say, men, you deserve better. That's why they don't like me. That's why they want the petition to remove him and get out of here. And
Get out so petty.
Yet they don't consider that to be violence. They don't consider that to be abuse. They don't consider any of the stuff they come on here talking about men to be anything other than what you deserve. If you was a man, you'd put up. If you was a man, you'd stand for it. If you was a man, you'd deal with it.
Yo.
What about the men you had kids for? Oh, well.
Facts.
I had an itch I need to scratch. They don't count. You pay the bill.
Yeah, he's so right. They don't count. Yo, they be pulling that off so much. They don't count.
Yeah, I mean that's 100% right. What he had to say there. It's very unfortunate how these dialogues end up because it doesn't really have to go that way.
It don't. But you see, here's what problem says when people say his tone. His tone is not originally like that. But the women play from the same playbook. It's the same thing over and over. It's the same thing over and over. I deserve, I this, I that, I. That's the problem. It's I.
So here's the question: would you date Star? Would you marry her?
I want to marry her.
I wouldn't marry Star either or date her.
She's not bad looking, but I want.
No, she's not bad looking, but marriage is permanent. You know,
marriage is permanent. Yes,
that's somebody got to wake up to every day. And here's the thing, and I see this in a lot of relationships, or in the beginning of relationships where people are meeting, and they talk about these things. People say things but don't say things, and then depending on how desperate or how interested they are in the person, they ignore those signs.
Yes.
So you meet someone like Star, and she basically says nothing, but is saying things to get to the next level. And then sometimes you ignore it. And before you turn around, you don't even realize that, wow, that happened. And to me, it's very important. Men definitely got to do this. Ladies, I guess you should do it too. If you're watching, you got to really talk to people and really get their perspective on what they really saying to you. Because if not, you'll be Star. And that's the problem. Star never asked those serious questions.
You know what? Here's the problem. It's okay. I won't say it's okay, but you are allowed to make a mistake. It happens to everyone. The best of us. It's hard. And you know what? We're generally very understanding about it.
But you know what, before you go on, you know what a mistake is to me? A mistake is if Star met some dude and the dude was pumping game in her head and she was like, oh, this guy's for real. And then he left her with a baby. And then now she was like, oh, wow, this guy, he, gave me all these promises. He filled my head up and he did all these things. And then he turned on me. That I can accept. But when you let a guy just get impregnate you, then 2 years later, then you get pregnant again, then 8 years later, or however long this was, 12 years and 10 years later, 10 years after the second child, 10 years after the second child, then you get pregnant again. You would think by the second time you learn from the first time, because my thing is, you got 2 strikes here. What you should be looking out for, what pitch you should be hitting, what pitch you should be letting go by you. And clearly she done ran into the same mistake again, even worse, because she was like, I wouldn't want to get married at the time. So
baby, it's okay if you want to have fun, but why bring a baby into it?
yeah, they got Nuva rings, Norplant, IUDs,
A lot of
birth control pills,
a lot of contraceptives.
What is it called? Not dental dam. The sponge. I was remembering that from Seinfeld.
You know, here's the thing though. This is my problem. So, with like women, they do choose the pregnancy, and this is my body, my choice, stuff like that. But they're not here for the consequences. They blame the man. Like, how can you blame the man for it? You know, you have a lot of contraceptives. You have a lot of options. You have options as well. You know, if you get pregnant, okay, you have to deep down inside have a deep thought about the type of person you're having a child with.
Right.
And accidents do happen. I'm not gonna say don't, but why are you gonna have a child for a person you don't want to marry? Doesn't seem like you respected him.
Right.
That is a exercise in futility. It's futile. Like,
right, exactly.
You wasted your time, and you probably wasting that child's life.
Mm-hmm. And I think people need to learn to stop doing this. Stop it. Go to the movies. And if you're doing it in the movies, you're nasty. Okay.
Yes.
So y'all need to get it together, because right now, this is how men and women seem to be having the conversation. No one's on the same page, and you letting a guy get the most precious pearls, and he's taking advantage of it, and you letting him take advantage of it. So if he's not gonna work, keep it moving. That's all I'm saying, because it makes no sense to invest in somebody who's not invested in you.
Yes.
Next thing you know, you're gonna be crying about all the things he did and all the things he didn't do. So you got to figure that out right now and right away. So this was an interesting video.
On the flip side, though, is another problem as well. You can't expect the other person to come and pick that up.
No, absolutely not.
You cannot expect the next man or woman to take that on that mistake.
But some people, they don't pay their rent and they go to Atlantic City and inspect this. They expect they're gonna hit the jackpot. They're gonna solve their problems. But how many people go to Atlantic City and Vegas and all these other places, and they come back broker than they left?
Right. You use that one exception. You use the Ciara exception. You use all these other exceptions to act like it can happen to you. You have not learned math. Right. That's basically it. The law of probability is like, for one success, how many failures you get? 999, 900,000, 999. It depends on the rate. You cannot go by that.
Right.
I get sick and tired of what happened to Ciara. You're not Ciara, first of all. You're probably 200 pounds, have 5 kids with 6 baby daddies, and you expect that outcome with an athlete.
Well, I just want to tell Star this final thing, if she's listening and watching. I'm not saying you can find a husband, but pretty much that train has left the station. So if you're looking for somebody, you better really work hard at showing somebody that you're worth being a wife. And it's going to be very hard. You're going to have to really look for the ideal situation where a guy is looking for a woman who has 3 kids. I don't know how successful your kids are at 18 and 20, but I'm sure they're going to be relying on you for resources if they're not. And then you have one more child that is 8 years old, or I don't know how old. Yeah, that's still recent.
Did she say that she will, if the man she married, that she will have a child for them? Did she say that?
I don't recall her saying that. But that's another issue too, because
that's another issue.
As he says, is the geriatric pregnancy. And the problem with that is, and it's true that you see a lot of women that have kids with, they have birth defects later in life. A lot of children are born from women at a later age. So, I mean, it's unfortunate, but, you know, people, hopefully those of you out there that's listening that still have a chance, don't get yourself in these kind of situations. And I don't want to put any judgment on her. Clearly she learned wrong and it took her a while to wake up. So the moral of the story is, like I said, I don't want to beat her up off of that, but she's going to definitely have to put in some work and some effort into finding someone. It's not going to be easy, not impossible, but
right.
She's not going to get unfortunately, she's not going to get a five-star man. You know, I don't think she should hope for that. She may, I mean, I don't see it, but and anyways, thanks for tuning in, folks, and tune in for our next reaction coming soon. All right, folks. Peace out.
Peace.